In this presentation, we share a 2-year innovation collaboration journey with a remote marginalized indigenous San community in Namibia. The goal was to design a product that brings income to the community, builds skills while facilitating a creative design of self-expression. Community-based co-design was integrated into an inclusive innovation approach. The resulting product was a series of fridge magnet souvenirs using augmented reality technology, as the community was designing not only for a technology but also for an unknown audience, namely overseas tourists. We conceptualized the unknown within the process. Our role extended to facilitating negotiations between commercial goals and communities' creative self-expression. We present the appropriate community-based co-design process and reflect on how our facilitation of the unknown affected the process, the creativity, and the self-expression by the San participants. The San are among the most marginalized tribes in Namibia, stereotyped as incapable of sustaining themselves and romanticized as skilled hunter-gatherers. However, living on resettlement farms, most San communities are dependent on government for support. Our collaborating community is regarded as one of the most neglected in Namibia. 500 kilometers away from the capital in the middle of the Kalahari Desert, with 200 inhabitants, of which approximately 30 participated actively in the project. The community has no infrastructure such as electricity, sanitation, housing, or proper cellular coverage. The community has nearly no access to information nor is able to make itself known to outsiders by producing its own media. Our collaboration with the Donkabos community entails multiple projects implemented simultaneously. We are a multidisciplinary, multicultural women research team. 2 born Namibians, 1 San activist, 1 Oshuambo informatics graduate, 2 domiciled Namibians, 1 computer scientist, 1 communication expert, and 1 European media technology graduate.
In this project, we are looking at inclusive innovation. So we are looking at how can we develop technology together with the indigenous community where the community can actually directly benefit from the product. We were thinking, okay, a simple product could be really to produce fridge magnets, which then are augmented with videos that are made by the community.
I was part of the San youth that have attended the workshop, and we developed the first set of the prototype. Then we met the tourists to find out from them what they like the most from our prototype. And we took this and go to Donkabos because we felt like Donkabos was like the community that we thought they will work with us and they will learn from us, because like most of them are just the San people and they are far into the bush, and we thought like they will have the roots, still the roots of our tradition.
Okay, my part was basically to assist the development of the augmented reality technology. The final objective is to help train them so that they can create their own AR apps.
Luckily, I was one of the students that were there as I was translating, and I was also helping them out. So I had a lot to learn from them to put those pictures into practice. Now we had to make films, production take place. The youth were also part of the production. We were all learning from each other. This is basically the hunting and gathering. So this magnet, if you download the app on your phone, it will tell like what they were busy doing, just not a picture, but it have to explain to them like what this is what we were doing, so that you can know like, oh, some people are hunting like this. That's actually what it means.
The magnets come to life once the tourists are back home. they can remember and they can have the sound of Namibia. They take not only a visual home but also the sound of Namibia back home.
A separate session was held with the entire community to determine business models and payments. It was agreed that individuals who were part of the production are paid immediately, and the profit from the selling of the magnets will be channeled back to the community. 9 community members participated in the production of the marketing material. Asked for what they want to share with tourists, they narrated what the community was lacking and what they wanted provided to them, which included proper housing, roads, cars, land ownership, and their own animals. We then told participants that research suggests people are likely to react negatively if all they hear is misery, complaints, and demands. We prompted them to tell something good about the life in the community, including the joys of the individuals who appear on the magnet images and in the videos. Yet, they repeatedly brought the conversation back to their misery and their longing for the past that was lost. The interviews and the follow-up discussion was then collated in community member profiles. Each profiled community member listened to their portrait in private and decided if they approved of the use of it and whether they wanted to change something on it. The commercial production of the magnets entailed a negotiation between creative self-expression and assumed and surveyed market demands. In community-based co-design processes where the target users are the community themselves, we aim for unstifled creativity and design. But designing for a market out there, we continuously need to reimagine the unknown, different from ourselves. For example, the urban Sun youth design visuals and narratives from their childhood memories, including mundane activities such as playing helicopters with bugs and then frying and eating them. However, the market survey pointed at themes of the picturesque and exotic past. Thus, we suggested pruning off the kinds of representations of the past that did not fit in the stereotype of harmonious coexistence with nature. And hence, the magnets have no reference to bugs that are played with and then eaten. Equally, compromises were made in the choice of media frames as to consider the local culture as well as the tourist cultural background. Of importance is the relationship between researchers, designers, and community members, which should enable partnerships rather than creating dependencies. We promote long-term commitments, which allows all partners to extend their boundaries in exploring creativity at the extremes, including designing with emerging technologies such as AR and VR. Such inclusive innovation provides capacity building on the job, transferring technical, financial, project management, and communication skills, among others, which can be applied in further projects. But furthermore, such projects can create relationships as a resource for personal well-being and networking rather than dependencies. The Sun's creativity materialized in images and videos in which they expressed their longing for the past. While it could reinforce stereotyping of the Sun frozen in the past, we observed that the creative process ignited a sense of pride and reconnection with traditions. On the other hand, it also produced critical narratives of the present. Yet when the community wanted to emphasize their misery in the marketing materials, we told them that the audience probably does not want to hear only complaints and demands. As important as self-expression about grievances is for the community and to their goal to gain recognition and redress, the design process planted seeds for reflection on whether self-expression as a victim is also contributing to the kind of self-reproduction of victimhood, which prevents the community, its individuals, and ultimately also outsiders from seeing community capabilities.